Hey, what do you say? What do you know? What do you hear? Been a while. Excuse me while I do what I should have done before I started running the camera, which is roll myself a fag. So this video is going to be an update on the Gaerne, I'm going to fuck this up, Gaerne boots, the red ones, and the Knox Handroid gloves. And I've been rather self-indulgent. I bought myself a pair of the Handroid pods. If you remember the last video about the gloves, I had these ones. And then I bought a jacket where the sleeves, it's an old school jacket, and the sleeves are too big and bulky to go inside the gauntlet bits. So I thought, ha! Perfect excuse to buy a pair of the pods, Handroid pods, because obviously no gauntlet cuff. Their cuffs go up inside the jacket sleeves. So I also, where did I put them? Here they are. Got myself a pair of these. You can only get them in that colour. There's no other colour choice. You can have them in black, or black with kangaroo, light tan, palm. Anyway, updating on the gloves to start with. Fuck the fag for a minute, it's just going to get in the way. So, I think you remember from the last video, beautifully fitting, thumb was very tight. So, the thumb, I did soak it in hot water. You can't really put, somebody recommended Chelsea oil, well, any oil. Because they've got a coating on the leather, you can't get the oil through that coating into the leather, so it's pointless using an oil. Whereas if you soak them in water, it gets in through the seam and slowly bleeds in through a process of osmosis and does do the job. But anyway, the tightness on the thumb has alleviated greatly, so I can now get my thumb all the way to the end. What I did find, as they were brand new and wearing in, almost gone now, the right forefinger, nothing on the left hand, absolutely no problems at all, but the right hand, the forefinger, very uncomfortable at the end, and almost to the point of being painful. That's how it was for quite a while, and it's like every time I stopped the bike at the lights or whatever, I'd be fucking around with that fingertip. It still does it to a point, but it's getting better. And the seam inside has flattened out, so that no longer pushes into the fingertip. So yeah, the forefinger, right at the end, almost to the point of very painful. You just got to suffer it. What I also noticed when I got the pods is that that fingertip is smooth leather and does not activate touch phone screens. Everyone thinks that that little K pad is for it. It's not. Because when I got the pods, you can see there's a different textured cap on the fingertip, and that works with reactive screens. Works on my phone, it works on my MP3 player, it works on my GoPro camera. So yeah, that's a vast improvement. While we're on the subject of the forefinger, the pods exactly the same and probably worse. The discomfort in that forefinger is something else. Really unpleasant. You get to the light, stop, and pulling it, squeezing it, trying to rub the blood back into your fingertip. The rest of them, same issue with the thumb, a little bit tight. This panel here on one of them, I've had to super glue it because it wouldn't stay in. I could pull it out so easily. I thought that's going to just go missing, especially when you're doing that. It would work it forward. These ones, I can't even pull these out. I've tried. I was thinking about swapping them round, but can't get them out on these ones. On these ones, they can both be pulled out, and on one of them, it actually got to the point where I suspect it was going to fall out by itself. So yeah, slight manufacturing defect, I guess. Not worth sending it back for. I pushed it all the way in, flooded some super glue in there, and it's been good as gold ever since. But yeah, both gloves. This is probably going to be down to the individual's finger length, and for me, both gloves, forefinger, an issue. But as I know this one is getting better, this one will as well. Other than that, these gloves have been absolutely superb. My son has borrowed these ones, and he finds that he gets not pain, he finds it not strains, what's the word I'm looking for, it fatigues his wrist. He gets a slight ache in his wrist when he moves his hand like that around the throttle, which is peculiar. You do them up nice and tight, and there is no resistance there. So, but he does forging, and he thinks it may be a combination of forging all day and then using the glove, but there's no resistance in the wrist. It's absolutely flexible, and they do feel so good. Just that forefinger is still a little bit of an issue on these ones. I've not been using these recently, I've been using these ones, and on these ones it's a real fucking pain in the finger. But it'll go, it'll break in. Considering the stories of pain and aggravation and suffering from other users of Handroid gloves, I think I've got off lightly, really. Just that fingertip issue. The thumb tightness was never an issue, it was just wait for it to get a bit looser, and now perfect. But that, other than that, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I'm fucking around with the looks. Yeah, I'll give them an 8.5 out of 10 for looks. Comfort, 9.7. No, 10 out of 10 across the board, regardless of the finger, because that'll break in. So next subject, you notice I'm doing this reasonably quickly, so as not to bore the arse. I hate videos that waffle and waffle, and I do it with mine, some of them. I get carried away, so I'm trying to curtail that bollocks. The boots, absolutely superb. I've been using them a lot. I've had them on my feet countless times. Well, obviously not countless, but numerous times I've worn them out on the bike. I've been sitting around indoors all day with them when I've been visiting people. One single issue, right boot in the heel. It's nothing to do with the boots, it's something weird about my foot anatomy or physiology. My right heel starts to go kind of numb, deadish feeling, and then it can actually start to get a bit painful, and I'm fucking around, fiddling my feet around, trying to just take the boot off, walk around in socks. But apart from that weird issue, absolutely bang on. No pain anywhere, flexible, no problems changing gear. I can use the rear brake because it's connected to the front brake, so I don't have to. Absolutely superb. I'm well made up with them. I just worry that when these wear out at some point in the future, will I be able to get another pair of 48s that will be the same from Gaerne? But yeah, there's nothing else to say about them. Maybe I got lucky again. Maybe my feet size, or the shape, width, length of my feet just happens to gel with this particular size 48 brand. But absolutely stellar boots. Couldn't be happier with them. Really couldn't. So that's the update. I'm not going to bother updating about the helmet, because I said everything I said about the helmet. It's not changed in its feeling. It's still a beautiful helmet. Still love it. Been absolutely spot on. So that's the update. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope to see you next one. Bye.